Good evening. It is March 19th, and it is a beautiful day outside. It's like 70 degrees outside. Did some grilling this evening for dinner, got some burgers done, hanging out with the doggies on the back porch, and I wanted to give you guys an update. So back in November, I started a chemo plan called Consolidation therapy. During consolidation therapy, I got 2 shots of chemo weekly in my abdomen and a daily chemo pill, along with IV infusions for bone strength and antibody support. So a couple weeks ago, I transitioned from consolidation therapy to what they call maintenance therapy. Instead of 2 shots in my abdomen every week, I'm getting 1 shot in my abdomen every 2 weeks. In addition to the reduction of the injections, my daily chemo pill was reduced in potency as well. So this next phase should be a little bit lighter on my body. Now, most doctors would have me stay on this maintenance plan for the remainder of my life. The guys down in Arkansas, however, have seen it prudent to put me on maintenance for 3 years, and that's provided that I can get into remission, or what they call complete response, and stay in complete response for that duration of 3 years. Now, if I were to relapse and something were to change, then the whole chemo plan changes entirely. I'm not in remission yet or in complete response yet, but I'm moving in the right direction. Now, during the period of consolidation, where I was getting the bigger doses of chemo, the fatigue I was getting got absolutely brutal. It started off where I would get my chemo on, let's say, Tuesday, and I would know predictably Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I would feel pretty rough from the chemo. And then by Monday, I should be feeling better again in time for chemo again on Tuesday. So I would have a couple days of feeling pretty good. Sometime in January, that changed, where there were no days of respite from the fatigue. And then it got worse, where midday, 2-3 o'clock, I was requiring like a nap. And I couldn't stay awake longer than 7 or 8 o'clock at night at the latest. And that was every single day of the week with no let up. And that's because this chemo accumulates in my body. It builds up and builds up, dose after dose. So my hope is that since I started maintenance a couple weeks ago, that the chemo will slowly reduce in my body, that my body will begin to metabolize it and there won't be such a buildup, and that I can get a bit of a break from this fatigue. Now, I have noticed a bit of energy increase just in the last couple weeks. It's not consistent. It's still unpredictable. I've gotten a few workouts in and they felt really good. And I've had a few workouts where it felt absolutely terrible and I had to stop part of the way through. But I'm moving in the right direction. There's still days where it hits me pretty hard, but it's not as bad. Now, talking about odds, I am not one to look at odds. I am fighting this disease with defiance and anger and a sheer willpower to live. I have things to live for. I have people to live for. So the odds are that everyone relapses at some point. The odds are that there is no cure for this. But I don't want to look at the odds, and I am not one to play the odds. I'm going to be one of the rare patients that beats the odds. I'm going to be one of those rare patients that the doctors look at and make them scratch their head and wonder how I did it. Now, with all that said, there are hard days. I have had very, very hard days physically, emotionally over these last several months. I've had times where I've felt absolutely broken, and I have not been able to push through on my own. I needed help from others. And it reminds me of a shirt that I got recently or last year that says, "Don't let the hard days win." It doesn't mean you can't have hard days, because we all have hard days. You just can't let the hard days win. You can't let them take your joy, take your soul from you. You have to fight back. You have to be defiant. And you've got to have a warrior spirit. You've got to find something worth fighting for. You've got to find your why. You've got to find gratitude every day. I have found that seeking gratitude each day has been one of the superpowers of fighting this battle, of fighting the mental side of this. If you're in a spot where you can't, just don't let the hard days win. Stick it out one more day and remember what your why is. What is that thing that is worth fighting for you? So that's about all I've got for today. So until next time, make today great.